Today I'm going to give you 5 easy steps that you can take, that you can pursue to live better in your aging years, really at any age. There is no limit to when you should start anti-aging techniques because they're so basic and so straightforward that anyone can do these things. It's particularly important at 40 plus, 50 plus. That's when that steady decline can begin if you don't intercede. And what I did at 55 is I finally woke up and interceded, and it's made a world of difference for me. It's inspired me to start this channel and talk about it, and I've had 4 amazing years, and I plan to multiply that many times over going forward. But I've broken this down to 5 very simple techniques that you can pursue. It's not nearly as hard or as complicated as it's made out to be, as people think it is. I don't know how intentional it is that our cultural influences make this sound hard, but it really isn't so hard. It just requires a commitment to doing 5 things. And in my opinion, you're going to feel way better. If you're doing these things, you can do them a little bit better. You can do them a little bit easier. If you're not doing them, just starting on 1 or 2 of these is already going to make a huge difference and not even cost you anything. The first thing that you can do is improve your diet. Diet is simple. It's not complicated. If you eat healthier, you'll stop craving the unhealthy foods. So it isn't torture. It doesn't have to be hard. Don't torture yourself. That's a theme you're going to hear over and over in this video because you don't have to suffer to improve your life, to improve your health, to improve your longevity. I eat a Greek yogurt with some oats, with some pistachios, with some berries. I do sprinkle in some supplements in there because some of the supplements I take are better when they're consumed with food or fat source. But I eat that around 11 or 12, and I don't eat another full meal until the evening around 6. And I'm not hungry. If I get a little bit hungry in the afternoon or I want a little boost of energy, I'll have a cucumber, a carrot, some nuts. Once in a while, I'll have something sweet. I'll splurge. I don't torture myself, but that's rare. For me, I've gotten to the point where I'd prefer to have something healthy as a snack in the afternoon as opposed to like chips or cookies or anything that may be lying around. So get rid of that stuff. That's going to help you avoid that stuff and just put some healthy things in the house. Even if you're not hungry for them, have them there. Have the carrots there. Have the nuts there. And when you get hungry, they'll taste a lot better than you think they will. Have them there. Pre-position the tools you're going to need to win the battles you're going to fight along the way. I did some simple things as well. I cut sugar, I cut processed foods, and I cut alcohol. I didn't say eliminate. I cut back on them significantly. I still splurge here and there, but I would say 80 to 90% reduction, sometimes more, sometimes less. And again, the miracle of this is you stop craving things that are bad for you when you eliminate the bad things to begin with. Replace them with good meals, replace them with good foods. It's not hard. It's not torture. Number 2 thing you can do is exercise. And again, don't have a mindset that, oh my God, I have to go torture myself. The last time I exercised, I overdid it and it took me weeks to recover or I injured myself. Don't do that. Break this down. Make it very simple. And I don't care how fit you are or you think you are. Don't overcomplicate this. Slow it down. Some of you may actually watch this and realize, you know what? I'm overdoing it. I'm not enjoying my life enough because I'm overdoing the fitness part of it. I'm overdoing the exercise part of it. Do enough so that your quality of life improves, and that's enough. You can add more if you want to be competitive, but you don't have to overdo it, even if you're training to go be competitive. So what I recommend for most people is just movement every day. 1 to 2 hours of movement. Walk around. You could even go shopping to be moving. You don't have to go out in the street and have this regimented walk and where you're pacing yourself and you're looking at your watch and you're timing everything. No, just move. Get out of your chair, get off the couch, move around. Get out of the car, move around for 1 to 2 hours every day you can. And then get your heart rate up 30 minutes 3 times a week. Most doctors recommend this. I found it's tremendously helpful to keep my weight in check along with the healthy diet, but you don't have to get out of breath to get your heart rate up. You can track your heart rate, and you just need to elevate it more than usual, right? Get above it. I don't know what number that is for you. I don't want you to overdo anything. As a matter of fact, if you can consult an expert, you can get a lot more out of a little if you're doing the right movements. For example, my son hurt his shoulder playing tennis, overdoing it. Another case in point. So he went in for physical therapy. He's doing much better now. But I watched the physical therapist and I mimicked those things because I sometimes get a sore shoulder from tennis myself, and my shoulder started feeling better. And these are like 2 minutes of very simple exercises, not complicated. So if you can consult an expert, someone who knows the right movements for you, you'll save yourself so much torture. You do not need to suffer. Weights are important, but again, you don't need to overdo it. Reps are more important than the amount of weight you're lifting. Don't hurt yourself. If you can lift some weights, I have some dumbbells sitting around. I don't have any fancy weight equipment. I just have a few dumbbells. I've researched some movements. I emphasize reps over weights, although I have slowly, incrementally increased the weights I'm using. But I emphasize reps and consistency over the amount of weights I lift. And for me, I mean, not to boast too much, but I'm fitter than I've ever been. I'm less body fat. I'm doing amazingly well. My wife says you look great. That's enough for me. So I'm feeling great. And I think I'm looking pretty good for my age of 60. The third thing I recommend, and I do recommend this for everyone, but I'm not going to recommend all of this for everyone. You can keep this very simple. It can just be multivitamins and minerals. The go-tos: C, zinc, E, magnesium. Very straightforward. Vitamin D, vitamin K. There's a lot of consensus in both in the nutrition community, in the natural health community, that is, and in the medical community. There's a lot of consensus these days on a lot of straightforward vitamins and minerals. If you're taking it for granted, if you're not doing those things, do that consistently. It'll make your life so much better. Magnesium is one I can point out because when I have heavy exercise days, like if I'm competing in tennis matches, I'll take some extra magnesium and it really makes a big difference in my energy level. So these things work. Vitamins work. If you're taking the right ones, the right amounts, they can help you. They can help make the diet and exercise. Again, you'll stop craving things if you give the things you need to your body. I know it sounds straightforward. I know it sounds basic, but it can really help. Now, as we age, our NAD levels go down. You can look up NAD+, and it's well documented that our levels go down as we age. I do NAD boost. I take NMN. Some people take NR. Either one will boost up your NAD levels. What happened to me is I got a lot more energy, a lot better focus, and it helped me pursue the other things I'm talking about, diet and exercise. So it dramatically improved my performance at those things, which I'd been trying to do before, but an NAD booster was what gave me the fuel to do it. So you might want to consider that. You don't have to do it. If you don't feel you're lacking in energy or focus or the ability to pursue a healthy lifestyle, then maybe you don't need an NAD booster. Maybe your NAD levels are already up there high enough. It's something you can do with a simple test as well. They do cost some money, but you can do an NAD test and find out if you're low for your age. Now, along with the NAD booster, I take a few other things to enhance that. I take TMG to manage my methyl groups because methylation can suffer from NAD boosting. So I offset that with TMG. Most people I know that take NMN also take TMG. I also activate my sirtuins. I take a couple things, Quercetin and Resveratrol. I also take Sirt6 Activator. Activating sirtuins is very important for healthy organs, and the fuel for sirtuins is NAD. So these things synergize together and work well. You don't even have to go much beyond that, or you don't have to go beyond that at all. That's a lot. That's vitamins, minerals, NAD booster, TMG, sirtuin activation. This is going to accomplish a lot for you already. Again, don't have to overcomplicate it. I started off NMN with 500 milligrams. I'm up to 1 to 1.5 grams a day. I slowly added to that. In fact, if you're adding any supplements to your diet, do it slowly, one at a time so that you know what each one is doing for you. And then manage your senolytics. Senolytic cells are unhealthy cells or dead cells in your body that no longer self-replicate, they don't produce, so they just kind of linger and they cause inflammation and basically can hurt your organs. So a couple times a week I take a senolytic, it's called Fisetin, to reduce those. Now, NMN will reduce those as well. Fisetin is really great at spiking. They've done some studies at the Mayo Clinic on Fisetin, and it really does reduce senescent cells. Now, the number 4 thing that you can do is sleep better. It sounds very simple, but if you'll do these other steps, it's easier to do, but it still requires some discipline, some self-discipline. Get to bed on time, set a reasonable time to get up. If you wake up a little bit too early, it's okay, go ahead and get up. Get a short nap in the afternoon, don't overnap if you need it. I no longer most days need any nap. Maybe once a week I take a short nap. Sleep better. Manage your sleep better. You will thank me later. Believe me, it sounds so simple. It sounds so straightforward. But combined with these other things, it's miraculous what better sleep can do for you. Number 5, and lastly, have a healthy mindset. Maintain a healthy mindset. Surround yourself with people who support your healthy living and your ambitions. It's kind of goes without saying, but if you want to slow down your drinking, don't hang out with people who are drinking. At least not so often. Reduce it. Cut back on that. Find a social network that supports what you're doing. For me, it's very simple. I come to you 3 times a week and I talk to the camera. And that reminds me of the things I need to be doing to keep progressing, to keep making progress towards my healthy lifestyle. So it never stops. But don't torture yourself. I say healthy mindset, positive mindset. Find the joys in all of this. Find that walk when you're out there moving where you like to be and do the things you enjoy doing. And I think these 5 things will work for just about everybody. You'll avoid disease, you'll be happier, your family will be happier, you'll feel better, and I think you'll look better too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.